raced to the rescue. The engines on the Fat Controller's railway are all special. Some are big, some are small. Some push freight trucks, and some pull passenger carriages. And then there's Flynn, the Sodor Island fire engine. One morning, Flynn was in the steamworks. Flynn's road wheels were wobbly. Victor was fixing him. Flynn looked worried.
Have you finished yet, Victor?
Victor chuffed kindly.
Don't worry, my friend. All will be well.
Thomas wanted to make his friend Flynn feel happy.
You are a very special fire engine, Flynn. You can ride on the rails or roll on the roads.
But I haven't rolled on the roads for a very long time. My wheels will wobble.
No, they won't.
You're fixed. Now you can rescue on the roads as well as the rails.
Thank you, Victor. Thank you, Thomas.
And Flynn trundled slowly away. Flynn stopped at a quiet junction.
No one is here to see me. I'll try out my road wheels.
So Flynn rolled onto the road. He wobbled all over the road. He didn't feel like Fiery Flynn at all. Just then, Charlie chuffed by.
Hello, Flynn. What's the matter? You look like a big red wobble on wheels.
Flynn wanted to laugh, but he felt silly.
They need you at the Sodor Search and Rescue Centre. You must hurry. If you can.
Flynn made a decision.
I don't want people to see me on the road. They'll think I'm a big red wobble on wheels. I'll roll back on the rails.
So Flynn wobbled back onto the tracks. At the Sodor Search and Rescue Centre, Rocky was pleased to see Flynn.
There's an emergency, Flynn. The Fat Controller's shed is on fire.
Firefighter Flynn, ready and steady, and raring to rescue.
You must hurry. Take the road. It's the fastest way.
Flynn gulped. He didn't want to take the road. He didn't want anyone to see him wobbling.
Don't worry, Rocky. I'll race on the rails. I'll be there faster than fast.
If you say so, Flynn.
But Flynn had already raced away. On the tracks, Flynn felt fast. Flynn felt fearless. Then he saw Butch. Butch had broken down. Flynn slowed.
Hello, Flynn. I need to be towed to the Search and Rescue Centre. Can you help?
Flynn wanted to help Butch, but that meant he would have to roll onto the roads. And Flynn didn't want Butch and his driver to see him wobble. Flynn didn't want them to call him a big red wobble on wheels.
I'm very sorry, Butch. I have to race to an emergency. The Fat Controller's shed is on fire.
And Flynn rattled on. At the level crossing, the gates were closed. Flynn had to stop. Going on the tracks was taking a very long time.
Flaming funnels! I'm late to fight the Fat Controller's fire.
Then Flynn saw Bertie the bus. Bertie's engine had overheated. Bertie's passengers watched and waited.
Hello, Bertie. What's the problem? It's my engine, Flynn. I need water to cool it down. Can you help?
Flynn wanted to help Bertie, but that meant he would have to roll onto the road, and now there were even more people to watch him wobble. Flynn didn't want all Bertie's passengers to call him a big red wobble on wheels.
I'm very sorry, Bertie. I have to race to an emergency. The Fat Controller's shed is on fire.
Flynn felt bad, But he didn't want to feel silly, so Flynn raced on. At last, Flynn pulled up to the Fat Controller's burning shed. There was a crowd around it. The Fat Controller was cross.
Flynn, where have you been? This was an emergency.
I raced as fast as I could, sir.
But why did you come on the rails? I told Rocky you must come on the road.
Flynn didn't know how to say that he felt silly on the road.
I'm sorry, sir.
No excuses, Flynn. No more delay.
Flynn looked at the fire. Then he looked at the crowd.
Oh, my. Now there are even more people to see me wobble. And even more people to call me a big red wobble on wheels. I can't go onto the road.
Flynn felt terrible.
I'm not fiery Flynn. I'm frightened Flynn. The Fat Controller's shed is burning down, and it's all my fault.
Flynn looked at the crowd. They were waiting and watching.
Hooray for Flynn!
Sodor's Firefighting Hero has arrived!
Hooray!
Flynn looked and he listened. Then his wheels stopped wobbling.
I am fiery Flynn. I am Sodor's firefighter. I want to be a hero. I don't mind if they call me a big red wobble on wheels. I'm raring to rescue. I'm coming, sir!
Flynn raced to the road. His wheels wobbled, but Flynn didn't mind. He was Firefighter Flynn of the road and rail.
Stand back for Flynn!
Water flew into the fire. The flames flickered and fizzled out.
Well done, Flynn.
Thank you, sir. But now I must hurry. I have others to rescue.
First, Flynn rescued Bertie. He pumped in water to cool Bertie's engine. Charlie chuffed to a stop. He chuckled.
There's my friend, the big red wobble on wheels.
This time, Flynn didn't mind Charlie's joke.
I may wobble, but I'm raring to rescue. Bye, Bertie.
Flynn flashed a smile. Bertie beamed.
Thank you, Flynn. Hooray for you.
Next, Flynn pulled up to Butch.
Here I am, Butch. Ready and raring to rescue.
Butch was surprised.
Thank you, Flynn.
Flynn raced along the roads. Flynn arrived at the search and rescue centre. Thomas was there.
Hello, Flynn. You're not wobbling at all.
Flynn was surprised.
You mean I'm not a big red wobble on wheels?
Thomas laughed.
No, you're a big red hero on wheels.
And this time, Flynn's wheels did wobble with joy.